All right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Tonight, it is the final Champions League semi-final second leg. It's going to be really exciting to find out who will play Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League final on the 1st of June at Wembley Stadium. We have not long left to go now until we will find out who will play Dortmund. 90 minutes of exhilarating action here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. It was 2-2 in the first leg. A tightly contested affair between the two sides. Harry, are you excited for today's game?
Yeah, very much. As you say, that first leg was a really entertaining game of football, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. And I mean, after last night's scenes, which were absolutely incredible for Borussia Dortmund, whoever gets through tonight is going to give them a good game. It's going to be a good final. But as you say, tonight we focus on today. This is an incredible game of football. It's perfectly poised after the draw in the first leg. Both these sides have already shown that they can go toe-to-toe, that they can challenge each other on their day, but one of them's got to win, and they've only got 90 minutes to do that.
Indeed they do. Now, obviously, if Bayern Munich were to get there, they would reach their first Champions League final since they won it in 2020. However, perhaps the more interesting thing is that they would complete an entire remake of the 2013 Champions League final. It will be at Wembley Stadium once again. It will be Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. That would be incredible. So maybe we'll see that. If it's Real Madrid, well, they'll reach another Champions League final. I believe it's their 7th since 2010, maybe more than that. They're ridiculous. They've won a lot of Champions League titles, and obviously last season wasn't what they'd have wanted. The season before, obviously they won it. But yeah, Real very good in this competition. They've looked strong this season, and home advantage today. The head has to say that Real will win.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because Bayern Munich couldn't hold on at home, couldn't keep couldn't take a lead. Going into this game, and that could prove pivotal, as you say, because Real Madrid at the Bernabeu in the UCL semi-final, they don't lose. That's not the game they lose. They will keep going, and they will have the advantage tonight. And as we saw yesterday, with Dortmund winning at home, it set them up perfectly to go on and win the game away.
I think without that goal, if it had stayed the same, the contest would have been so much better. Yeah. So much better.
But, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how tonight plays out, because I really do think Bayern Munich can bring the game to Real Madrid, but as you said, at home, with the experience they've got, Real Madrid don't drop these games. But who knows? We could be surprised. We could be in for a really good game.
Hopefully so. I think it's going to be interesting tonight. Obviously, we know how strong Real Madrid are. We know how unanimous they are in victory often in this competition. However, it's going to be tough this evening. Bayern Munich are a really strong opponent, and while they haven't shown that in the Bundesliga this season, we know Thomas Tuchel's expertise comes in knockout competitions. We know his pedigree, his personal pedigree in the Champions League. He was the Champions League finalist in 2020 against Bayern Munich. He won it with Chelsea in 2021. So he knows what it takes to get there. He knows what it takes to win this competition. So I wouldn't rule Bayern out for that reason. They've also still got a very strong squad. But we'll look at that in a moment. Firstly, welcome to the stream, Albanian Patriot saying hello. Can't wait for this game. I'm glad. Welcome to the stream, mate. Great to see you. And thanks for getting involved in the live chat. If you are watching alongside, get involved with the live chat throughout. It's going to be good to see you guys get involved, and obviously we'll read out all your messages. Also, to note, in the Conference League today, Fiorentina play Club Brugge, and Fiorentina get through to the Conference League final.
Good for them, and they'll give it a good go, between Olympiacos and Aston Villa to see who they get in there. But we're starting. I love this time of the season where we're getting finalists decided, and tonight's going to feel like a final. Two very, very good teams with two managers who, know exactly how to win a Champions League, know exactly what to do in knockout competitions. And this is what I love about these two sides, is that both managers are the best, they're some of the best managers in the world at setting up their side for one game, for one singular game. Because yes, Real Madrid might be at home and might have the better quality on paper, but Thomas Tuchel, for one game, is so good at getting it spot on that Bayern Munich could come away tonight with a ticket booked at Wembley. Yeah,
worth saying, of course, Fiorentina were in that final of the Conference League last season. They lost to West Ham. Anyway, let's have a look at the lineups for tonight's game, the Champions League semi-final. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Of course, we are at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. So let's have a look at the home side first. Real Madrid line up in a 4-4-2 out of possession today. It's been interesting to see what that looks like in and out of possession. We know Real have been quite flexible with their tactics, but based on what they've used in the Champions League and most commonly, I expect it to look something like this. In between sticks, it will be Andre Lunin. He's had a very strong season in the absence of Thibaut Courtois, and he's kept Loni Kepa Arrizabalaga out of the team. In the back four, Carvajal, Antonio Rudiger, captain Nacho Fernandez and Ferland Mendy. Across the four in midfield, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Kroos and Rodrigo. And then the front two, Jude Bellingham and Vinicius Jr. Very strong team.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous strong team, isn't it? It's exactly what you expect. I mean, there's players, Toni Kroos playing his 150th Champions League game. That is absolutely ridiculous. It is a team full of quality, full of experience. Means the perfect team for a Champions League semi-final, really.
Well, yeah, I don't think you get much better than that, do you?
No.
So very strong outfit for Real Madrid. Let's have a look at the visitors then. The challengers in tonight's game. Bayern Munich line up in a 4-2-3-1. Emmanuel Neuer, the captain, in between the sticks. In the back four, Kimmich, De Ligt, Dyer and Mazraoui. Mazraoui actually had quite a good game in that first against Inter, to see Kim dropped, because I thought he played well other than the goal he gave them. And the penalty. In the pivot, it's Lima and Pavlovic comes into the side. Across from midfield three, Sane, Musiala and Gnabry. They're behind Harry Kane, the number 9, leading the line for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it's a good side, as you say. A couple changes in there.
We could have De Ligt back.
I think that De Ligt one's massive because A, he's a very good player, and B, I mean the high profile errors that Kim made last week, you can't afford to do them tonight because you haven't got a second leg to make up for today. You make an error tonight, it will cost you dearly. So I mean, the errors he made, they were really poor, and you can't afford to do that in games of this magnitude. So that makes sense why he's dropped. And De Ligt is a world class centre half. As for the rest of the team, I think it's a very strong team. I think it's a very good team, and if they are set up well today and they carry out every instruction perfectly and they battle hard, they can really take the game to Real Madrid today. Yeah,
indeed they can. Chelsea fan, welcome to the stream as well, saying hi, good to see a Chelsea fan. 5 votes so far in the poll in chat. 60% think Real Madrid will win, 40% going for Bayern Munich. So
pretty even.
Yeah, interesting to see. I expect Real will walk that poll. I expect they will be very difficult for Bayern to beat today. Real are an incredibly strong side, so I think it's going to be very difficult for Bayern. If we're speaking pure individual quality, Real are the better team. I think that's a fairly obvious statement. Jude Bellingham, one of the best players in the world right now. Vinicius Jr., the same. Rodrigo, one of the most clutch players in the Champions League, someone who can always provide a little bit of magic in a game like this, a little bit of inspiration. Toni Kroos, one of the best playmakers in the world. Tchouaméni, an incredible midfielder, has a great engine on him. And Valverde runs forever. It's such a strong team, and defensively they're just as solid. Antonio Rudiger, I rate as one of the best defenders in the world.
Yeah,
I think he's really incredible. And it's going to be difficult for Kane to get into positions to score goals today. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tight game. I think that if we take our minds back to a week ago, the chances were flowing. The game was quite free-flowing with chances at both ends, and hopefully we see that again today.
Yeah, no, I think it will be an entertaining game, and I'm expecting a lot of energy and a lot of work rate in there. These are two sides that, all in all, love to work. They work hard, they give it everything, and I really like that in these games because it means you get really, the games are exciting. They're quite, end-to-end games. However, I think tonight might be slightly different. Bayern might be a little bit more defensive, and Real Madrid might find themselves with a bit more at the ball. They've got the home advantage, and I feel like in a game like this, Real are more likely to go for it, whereas Bayern will be hoping they can absorb the pressure and either nick a goal on the counter or try and take us extra time. But overall, I think last week was a very good game. It has set us up perfectly for tonight. And as you say, I hope we see similar scenes here. I want to see end-to-end stuff, goal mouth action, lots of really good football on display, and hopefully a cracking game. I want to see a good result. I want to see a 0-0. We go to it's going to be an exciting game. So I'm really intrigued to see how it's going to play out.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I think that Bayern had the measure of the game until that Vinicius goal in the 24th minute in the first leg. Then it was sort of even. The second half, I think Bayern were the better side until the last 20 minutes. So Bayern played really good stuff in the first leg and dominated for large portions of that match, or at least were the better team for large portions of that match. And I think without that early Vinicius goal, without Kroos being able to pick up the ball and find that running behind, and a huge error from Kim to step up, I think Bayern may well have gone on to win that first leg. And then obviously the penalty at the end, I think that was really poor from Kim again.
And that's the thing. I think that's the problem. You take out those errors, and yes, Real Madrid might have scored in a different way, but if we're taking them out literally from Kim, Bayern Munich would be going into this game 2-0 up, and that would be absolutely massive. I really do feel like Bayern needed to win that first leg at home. They were probably the better side overall, as you say, and they'll be frustrated that they're not going into this second leg at least a goal up, if not more, because now it's made their job a whole lot harder.
Yeah, fair enough. Bruno Manuel, welcome to the stream, saying, can't Ancelotti tweak the system here and there a little? I mean, why has he got to always be so predictable with the system and the lineup? I think that's interesting. For me, I don't think a lineup change is needed, but maybe in the system. Again, I don't watch enough Real domestically. From what I saw in the Champions League, I understand the 4-4-2. It makes sense to set up very narrow, very compact in the Champions League because it makes you more difficult to break down, and that's why Bayern still got chances in the first leg, but it's why they tend to be lower XG chances, why they didn't score until the second half, where they stunned Real rather than broke them down over a period of time. Bruno predicting 3-1 Real Madrid. That takes us nicely onto our predictions. Harry, what are you going for?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really good game. And to be honest, I look at that first leg and I don't know how I can separate these two sides. So I am going to go for a repeat of the first leg in the 90. So I'll go 2-2, which will lead us 4-4 on aggregate. It will send us through to extra time. And I think in extra time, Real Madrid will use that crowd and will have the advantage to win the game. So I will go Real Madrid to win 3-2 on the night after extra time, and then win 5-4 in aggregate.
Yeah, fair enough. It's the type of game that I can envision going many different ways this evening. It's very difficult to predict. I think that Real are a very good side, but it's whether the pragmatist Thomas Tuchel can come up with something and change the game like he did in the first leg. If he can do that, then there's a very good chance Bayern get through tonight. And personally, I'm one who loves the storylines, the arcs behind it. And obviously Real Madrid getting to another Champions League final is incredible. But for me, the Bayern versus Dortmund at Wembley, the history there given the final in 2013, I just think that the footballing gods will be on Bayern's side. Say they want that game to happen. I think if PSG got through, you'd be back in Real because you want to see Mbappe versus his future side. But given the fact Dortmund are through, I think Bayern will have. That might give Bayern that extra edge, that momentum to get through this evening. So I will say 2-1 Bayern in normal time. And I think in similar circumstances to the first leg, Real will open the scoring through Jude Bellingham this time rather than Vinicius. And then I will say a goal from Jamal Musiala and a goal from Leroy Sané in the second half. 2-1 win for Bayern.
Wow.
And I think we're in for an interesting game. That's quite an interesting choice as well, isn't it? To see, on paper it looks like, at least football have it, as Gnabry and Sané on the opposite flanks. But Sané, he missed a lot of chances in that first leg. Do you think it's the right decision for him to start?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, he missed a load of chances, but he was really, really dangerous and he caused Real Madrid a lot of problems. And I think on another day, maybe tonight, he'll find the back of the net with a few of them. He just needs to be a bit calmer in front of the goal and take his time. But he did have, he scored a really, really good goal in the end, and I do think we can see similar scenes here tonight if he just relaxes a little bit. But absolutely incredible atmosphere. It's going to be a brilliant, really game, and I cannot wait.
And Thomas Muller benched, right? Cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Get Musiala centrally.
He's a good player, but I think I'm intrigued to see what Gnabry can bring to this game, and to be able to bring Muller into this game later on is a big player to bring on.
Yeah, Chess fan saying 3-1 Real Madrid as well. Get involved in the live chat if you haven't already. Get your prediction in there. And feel free to say hi even. Anything you want to put in the live chat tonight, get involved, give your thoughts on the game throughout. And we'll make sure to read them in between commentary. But so it could look like a 4-3-1-2 tonight. It could look like a 4-4-2. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know how Real Madrid are going to line up. They've used different formations in the league and in the Champions League. Whether it'll be interesting what they think is the best route to victory this evening. But I
think this is a big game for Real Madrid because if they are to lose tonight, it would mean back-to-back Champions Leagues where they haven't reached the final. And I know that sounds like, that's all right, it's not too bad. But for Real Madrid standards, that's very, very, poor, you could argue.
Well, they had the same before the 2022 final. They hadn't been in they hadn't been in 2019, 2020, or 2021.
No.
So
it's really, it's an interesting, because surely with this side, the expectation is to win the Champions League.
I think it's just that they won 3 on the bounce, didn't in very near future. I don't know how to, but very recent futures, very recent past. So there's an expectation, isn't there? The Real are always in the conversation.
Look at this team on paper, and realistically, they should be winning it every year. They have the quality and the manager to win it every year. Yeah,
and if that's not enough, Kylian Mbappe is en route to Madrid, which is either going to be house on fire, or oh no, the house is actually on fire, it's burning down. There's 2 options there. But it could be literal or metaphorical. Real Madrid in high spirits for this evening. You'd think they're the favourites for tonight. Can they emphasise that superiority?
For Bayern Munich is to not concede earlier, because if they go 1-0 down inside the first 10-15 minutes here, I think they're in trouble. Because if Real Madrid have something to get behind, something to defend, with the home crowd, it'll be a very, very difficult one to come back in.
Indeed it will. Be Bayern Munich to get us started this evening, and they knock it back and we're underway. And this is a bit of a different take on the kickoff routine as they spread out wide. The poor pass on Vinicius picks it up. Kimmich road tackle misses Vinicius as he's flying down this left-hand side. Slow start for Bayern. Real coming forwards now. Ball in, blocked by Kimmich. But Real and Vinicius there turns to his home support to rile them up. Real Madrid starting fast, Bayern starting slow.
Yeah, that's exactly what we expected, isn't it? Real Madrid going to get the crowd going, going to play with high energy tonight, and they're going to, use that to their advantage. Bayern just being caught out a little bit, not really adjusting to the game. I know we're only 30 seconds in, but Real Madrid bringing that energy already.
Toni Kroos, nice delivery. Antonio Rudiger, but it's taken away from him. Now Gnabry will have to get out to Rodrigo. And that's a good challenge from Gnabry, who now smashes up the line and just takes their pressure off of Bayern Munich.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need to do. And then this will give them a chance to get up the pitch and get out their own half, really.
Here's Toni Kroos. And he'll go out wide again. Carvajal nods it towards Rodrigo. It's stopped by Mazraoui. Now Gnabry, and Bayern will look to settle into possession. They've been a frantic start. Bayern made a sloppy error. They've been under the cosh for the first minute. And they just need to calm the game down a bit.
Yeah.
Kimmich with another bold play in there. Almost loses it to Jude Bellingham, but they do manage to smash it clear.
He's playing like kind of half passes. They're not really like, just...
Well, it wasn't his the first time. The first one was a pass, I don't know if it was from Pavlovic or Sane. I didn't see which way around it went, but either way, it was towards Joshua Kimmich, and it just didn't have anything on it. Yeah. And then Kimmich had to try and throw a rogue tackle at Vinicius, who was sprinting away from him. Toni Kroos.
It's not really an easy job for Kimmich once again.
Very interesting to see Kroos dropping into that left back spot, almost in build-up. Lima tries to play that in behind for Sane. Sane chests it down. Mendy pulls him back. Sane gives up on the ball there.
Poor from Sane.
Not even looking for the ball. He just looks for the foul.
Got a place for the whistle there, and instead he stopped. And really, he could have kept possession. If he'd kept going here, he could have kept possession.
Because if you try and run away from Mendy there towards the ball, I know he's holding you, but he's going to foul you then.
Yeah.
But because he stands still, nothing happens.
Yeah, that's really poor that.
If you're going to try and buy a foul, at least make it look like a foul.
Yeah.
Kroos. Nacho. Back to the German. Now Mendy. Bellingham. Toni Kroos. Rudiger. That ball goes long. And it's not dealt with by De Ligt, but I think he realised that was going to run. Vinicius paced after it, but he didn't get there.
Yeah, Bayern just need to slow things down, try and get a bit more control, take their time over this. And if they don't want to be rushing around and panicking. Because if they can get control on this game, Bayern Munich are going to find it difficult. That's what they're going to find difficult. Bayern need to get a foothold in this game, if not, it will run away from them quite quickly.
That ball runs through, and that's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper Lunin. Did Real Madrid wear their away kit in the first leg? Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because I forget the Bayern home shirt has that stupid... It's so white now.
Yeah.
It's not a Bayern shirt.
No.
Here, Real Madrid. Toni Kroos. Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Valverde. Carvajal. Back to Rudiger. So it's a fascinating build-up and in-possession shape for Real Madrid tonight. And Vinicius, the ball comes through to him from Nacho, but he can't take it in his stride. It goes to De Ligt, and now Bayern will look to knock it round. Dyer tries to back down the line. He's giving it away. Rodrigo tries to find Bellingham, but Conrad Lima gets in front of it, and Carvajal will let that run out for a throw. Rudiger. It's taken quickly, as they just want to get the ball back into play. Take it forwards. Nacho. Now Toni Kroos. Rudiger. Nacho Fernandez. Now Kroos. Tchouaméni, and he's robbed of possession. Kane tries to slot it through. I think Sane would have been offside there anyway, but it's recovered by Nacho, and now Real Madrid will bring it forward. Tchouaméni. Bellingham.
Let off in there from Kroos, who just got dispossessed, got caught on the ball. But luckily Bayern Munich didn't make anything of it.
Nacho Fernandez. Now here is Rudiger. Nacho Fernandez. Toni Kroos. Now Vinicius Jr. wants to run at them here. Vinicius, a good tackle from De Ligt. Lovely football, lovely exchange of passes. Bellingham shifts it to Vinicius. Vinicius goes out wide. Carvalho across the box. Rodrigo misses it. Huge chance. Real Madrid goes begging. Mendy will keep it alive.
Wow.
That was a big opportunity. Big opportunity.
Mere inches away from 1-0 Real Madrid.
Bellingham goes down the box. And Marciniak doesn't give it. I think Villar will have a look, but...
Wow, a messy few moments. That is for Real Madrid and for Bayern Munich defensively as well. That's not a penalty. Bellingham trying to buy it. Good decision from the referee. But initially, really good football to switch it from left to right. Great ball from Carvalho. And Rodrigo was so close to getting on the end of that. Throws himself at it. Can't quite meet it in the box. And a let off for Bayern Munich, who had switched off really. And a huge moment. Huge moment in this game. Rodrigo, foot was going fine margins sometimes. And if his foot was an inch further forward, that would have been 1-0 Real Madrid. Huge moment. Yeah,
Musiala now carrying it forwards. Goes back to Mazraoui. Pavlovic. Sprays a pass out wide to Joshua Kimmich. Now Conrad Lima. Such an aggressive in possession shape for Bayern tonight. Yeah. It's got a ball one to play against this Real team. Here's Musiala, slides it through. Gnabry, ball across the box. It's an overhit pass.
Oh, he's
big chance.
No, it's good football. That's really poor.
Should Bayern have scored?
He's either got to hit that or he's got to actually pass it. It's a really poor pass. Great football from Bayern to play through it. Great ball from Musiala to play Gnabry through. And that's a terrible pass.
The problem is, if he cuts it back anymore, Nacho's going to get there. Kane's also got to throw himself at that.
Nacho's got to shoot.
Yeah, well, that's the other option, isn't it?
Both sides having big opportunities now with balls going across, just rolling across the goal.
Bruno Manuel says, if I was Ancelotti, I would have started Güler in a 4-3-2-1 system just to guarantee or even the ball possession, because playing like a small club when you're a big club doesn't always work. Well, that's the interesting thing. It's a 4-3-1-2 for Real Madrid tonight. It never really looks like that. So out of possession, it's a 4-4-2. In possession, it's 3-3-4 seemingly, or 3-4-3. Mendy wins it back. Because if you notice, when they have the ball, both wing-backs go forward. Kroos drops in at left centre half, so they form that situational back three. Then you've got the wing-backs Bellingham tends to drop in with Tchouaméni, so you have a midfield 2 still, and then you end up with Valverde, Vinicius, Rodrigo.
It's quite interesting.
Valverde, Rodrigo, Vinicius. Because Valverde's just pushing forward from right central midfield, and then Vinicius and Rodrigo, the 2 strikers. And then Bellingham will push forwards when he can, when they get the ball. Rodrigo drops it in, trying to find Vinicius, but the pass isn't perfect. Bruno says, Rodrigo is the main striker, Vinicius and Ardagula behind, put Bellingham in midfield, 4-3-2-1. Well, I guess presents as a 4-3-3, but it's very narrow and doesn't use Vinicius' pace in behind. If it's a 4-3-3, then you've got Vinicius out wide, but Rodrigo's not really a central striker. This gets them both on the defenders, which means they're then 1-on-1 if you can slide a ball through. Pavlovic.
Try to find nice sequences from Bayern Munich again. Both sides playing some really nice stuff. And as I say that, they play a really poor pass and lose the ball.
Typically.
That has happened quite a bit tonight, though. Both sides have played good football, got into the final third, and the pass has just been a bit poor. Lacked the quality, really.
Yeah. Well, I've got to get someone forwards here because they've currently got just 7 blokes stood around the back. Now they're settling into their shape. So it is a 3-5-2 in possession. And then you'll see Valverde either slot into that 3 or push into the front 3. Bellingham either drop in to midfield or push and play in between the lines. It's flexible. It's manoeuvrable for Real tonight. But I mean, I somewhat agree with Bruno's point, saying it's a bit too defensive. That it seems that all they're looking to do is pick out balls in behind. But if you look at the first leg, they got one opportunity, and the player that played that ball is playing on the left side of a back 3 tonight. And if you look at they scored 2 goals that evening. The other one came when they went for the game a bit in the end and won a penalty. Yeah. But even then, they didn't score any goals playing like they are now. Valverde. Again, both goals came because of Bayern mistakes. Mendy, Vinicius, nice turn. Conrad Lima's got his hands all over him there, and he does bring him down. That will be a foul.
If Bayern don't make any errors tonight, they could. Then in with a really, really good chance.
They've got to take their chances, though they didn't in the first leg, and they haven't so far this evening.
100%. But we'll see how it's going to end up. I just don't know. I don't know. Bayern turn up tonight. They've got a really good chance, and so far in the first 10 minutes, it was pretty even for both sides.
Yeah. Rudiger. Here's Toni Kroos. Mendy, Bellingham. Nacho Fernandez. Nacho. Tchouaméni, Nacho again.
We're just trying to get control.
Kroos to Rodrigo. Rodrigo heads down. Here's Carvajal back down the channel towards Rodrigo, but Eric Dyer will come and collect that and smash up the line.
Still on.
Somewhat, to be fair.
Yeah, not too bad.
Never need to believe in that. Oh no, it is off, and they've just started playing before the ball even left the field. Carvajal. Vinicius Junior, a great chance, and hit the post. Rodrigo, big save from Neuer.
Oh, wow.
What a stop.
Wow.
What a stop. Bayern are furious.
That is world-class goal.
That's incredible. Bayern are furious because the ball hadn't left the field at the other end, and Real had just started playing. Look, you see it here. And Real just took the throw. I mean, it would have been a very scummy way to score, but Manuel Neuer wasn't having any of it.
Tipped Vinicius vision
onto the post, then reacts quickly to Rodrigo's rebound and collects his own parry.
He is still
phenomenal.
An incredible goalkeeper.
Always has been.
Yeah. That was brilliant reflexes. Brilliant reflexes.
The pioneer of playing out from the back, being a sweeper keeper, but still showing there. He was also a great shot stopper and is still a great shot stopper. Bellingham. Gives it wide. Ferland Mendy. And now Real Madrid looking to use their width here. Carvajal gives it down to Rudiger. Rudiger puts it in the air. Brought down by Vinicius. Bellingham can't quite control it. Tchouaméni. Ferland Mendy. Vinicius Jr. Tchouaméni. Rodrigo. Toni Kroos. Now picks out Bellingham in the half space. Mendy. Tchouaméni. Toni Kroos again. And now forced back to his goalkeeper. Lunin. Nacho Fernandez. Toni Kroos. Mendy. Finds Jude Bellingham. Bellingham to Vinicius. Vinicius trying to get a shot away. Puts it very wide. May have taken a deflection. Don't think it did.
Just really poor effort. Got to do better there, but again, good foot of Real Madrid.
Got that all crossed up, really, Vinicius.
Yeah. Just wanted to curl it into the top corner and just got nothing behind it.
Close to scoring there. Tipped onto the post. Phenomenal goalkeeping and reactions from Manuel Neuer.
Saves.
World-class stuff.
2 saves. But yeah, both sides not been sharp in front of goal at the moment.
Yeah.
And Bayern trying to play out the back here, and they do concede a throw as Mazraoui's caught in possession. And again, Real Madrid taking it quickly, trying to catch Bayern Munich out, but instead they're going to knock it around the back and just slow things down and regain some control over this game. You know, they're not in a rush. Real Madrid to find a goal. They know that they play their football and they work well. They're going to find the back of the net eventually tonight. And they're working around.
Bellingham tries to find Rodrigo. Doesn't quite come off. And now Bayern will look to bring it the other way.
Rodrigo just wasn't on the same wavelength there as Jude.
Neuer. Rodrigo putting the press on. Carvajal. Dyer.
These guys on down there. No foul though. Bayern still coming forward.
Joshua Kimmich just carrying it forwards. Now Leroy Sané. Sané.
What was that?
Just a poor cross, a really poor cross.
He didn't connect with it very well, did he?
And now Real can play forwards.
That's a huge.
Bayern have committed a lot forward here. The problem is Real aren't getting up very quickly. No. But Valverde will cover ground here well. The Uruguayan chips it towards Vinicius over the left-hand side. Vinicius will just about keep it in play. Real Madrid now. Coming forward, Vinicius tries to take on Joshua Kimmich. Plays to the edge. Jude Bellingham has a chance for a shot. He does really well there to take it past one player, but then can't quite execute the finish for the second. Rodrigo. Rudiger. Here's Toni Kroos. It does just feel that Bayern, if they can take their chances tonight, could definitely win this tie. Real have looked good in phases, but it's not been consistent. Toni Kroos. Federico Valverde gives it out wide. Rodrigo. 1-on-1 with Mazraoui. Plays it inside to Carvajal. Still going. Wonderful stuff from Rodrigo. Tries to shift it to Jude Bellingham. But it doesn't come off. And now Bayern will look to bring it forward. Pavlovic just slowing it down. Calming the tempo a little bit now. Mazraoui. And Dyer. An opportunity really for Bayern to get their breath back. And now to try and come forwards. Pavlovic. Mazraoui. That's the thing, the game has these explosive moments of end-to-end action, of fast-paced counter-attacking football, then it needs these moments, these lulls in the action just to ensure everyone can still run.
Yeah, they're both sides, they play it, they work it well. Give themselves time to recover, but keep the ball moving very sharply.
I think they're trying to bait the press now, Bayern, trying to find a gap in that Real Madrid shape. Real's press is aggressive, but it means it's very difficult to play out from. Because Bayern want to go down the line here. Mazraoui's going to turn. And he does now pick up Gnabry, who makes space, or finds space. Pavlovic. Lima goes wide. Joshua Kimmich. Sané. And there's a strong chance in there from Mendy, and he does time it wrong in the eyes of Marciniak. So that will be a free kick to Bayern Munich.
Yeah. just really, really good play there from Sane. Draws the foul. Mendy never get anywhere near that ball in that position, and quite silly really to give away a free kick there. But Bayern just going to keep moving around the back, trying to work our way through this Real Madrid side. And again, both sides can afford to be patient. That's what I like about this game, is because it is level. Nobody is chasing the game. Nobody is having to try and score a goal at the moment, which sometimes we view as a bad thing, but sometimes we view as a good thing.
Yeah.
And I think right now the fact that neither side is having to push for a goal is making this game quite interesting, because it is poised in a good position at the moment.
Dyer plays it forward. Carvajal heads it down. Valverde picks out Rodrigo, and Pavlovic with an important interception, but then strength in there as Tchouaméni wins the header. Vinicius trying to come forwards. Conrad Lima again uses his body well, much to Vinicius' frustration, and then Valverde doesn't, as he commits somewhat of a, I don't know how you'd say it, but aggressive foul on Lima.
Yeah, just no need, better over the top. Lima's not really going anywhere, just takes him out for no reason. Bit clumsy. Yeah, I mean, we'll again watching back the Manuel Neuer double save. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, incredible.
Brilliant football. Brilliant player as well. And now Bayern Munich going to come forward themselves.
It's Gnabry. Darts inside, and he runs into Tchouaméni there. Bayern just packed the box, and Gnabry had nowhere to go.
Yeah. Did well initially, but then tried to do too much, maybe just cut inside.
Bellingham tried to play it in behind there for Rodrigo, but he's not on his toes. Wasn't aware of that ball coming through.
20 minutes played then. Not much changing or happening, but maybe that is going to be altered.
Sane again. Lima. Sorry, Kimmich. Ball has switched over to the left flank now. Gnabry. Mazraoui back to Serge Gnabry. Gnabry one-on-one with Carvajal. We'll go back to Mazraoui again. And now Dyer. Dillit. Sane. Kimmich has gone very high, by the way. Look at the position of Leroy Sane and look at Joshua Kimmich. He just gone down the right wing.
Blimey. Fair enough, don't blame
Lima. Now Kimmich is back in his position. And he just lifts the ball across to Eric Dyer. Pavlovic turns and now carries that ball forwards. Conrad Lima. Now Sane, and Mendes does really well to position himself there, because Sane has a decision to make. He knows if he tries to knock it past him, as he does, he's going to roll off the end of the pitch. If he tries to come inside, Mendy's there.
Yeah.
So, really good stuff from Mendy. The ball from Lima wasn't perfect either, and it ended cultivated in a Real Madrid goal.
One of the best talents that you can have is to read the game that well.
Yeah, Lima committing a foul on Bellingham there. Bellingham trying to bring it down. Lima.
Yeah, just a couple fouls in the last few minutes from both sides.
Up in the back.
Maybe just, I don't know, a few tiring legs, a few players getting a bit sloppy. Certainly still a while to go in this first half, though. We're only halfway through. That's not a great tackle at all from
Rodrigo. Ball in. Vinicius smashed away by Dillit.
It was a really weak tackle from Mazraoui that allowed Rodrigo to skip past him, and he got in there and found the cut back to Vinicius Jr., who couldn't really do much with it.
Mendy.
And then Dillit got it gone. Really good again from Real Madrid. But again, cut out by Dillit. Real Madrid starting to play some really nice stuff now. 1-2 touch football. Moving it quickly, and Bayern are struggling to keep up.
Bellingham doesn't really want to take it down the... Well,
It did go out.
when I say down the line, it's on the touch line. But yeah, he kept it in... That's still in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valverde played it down to Rodrigo. Rodrigo skipped over the chance from Mazraoui. But his cut back to Vinicius didn't quite come off. Vinicius' touch escaped him. Kane wins it off Nacho Fernandez. Cruz then manages to get it back, and Nacho will now give it back to his goalkeeper, And Real Madrid, once again, will settle into shape. Lunin, Rudiger, Nacho. Musiala pressing Nacho, and now Real will come forward. Tchouaméni again almost loses it from Jamal Musiala. Quite commonly, or as you'd expect really from an elite side, Bayern in a 4-4-2 out possession. Makes sense. They're very narrow, very compact at the moment, but it does mean that there is space between the centre halves and the midfielders that they can find it. Bellingham holds onto the ball really well. Now gives it across to Fede Valverde. He'll come inside. Valverde keeps coming inside. Now trying to find a pass. Hasn't quite come off. Very congested area in there that he ran into. He would have hoped to look for a ball out wide left, but it wasn't really on. And Kane now fighting for possession. Gets brought down by Carvajal. He'd be lucky to avoid the book here, Danny Carvajal, because that is a cynical professional foul.
And he does step in front of Kane as he tries to take the free kick quickly. Knows exactly what he's doing, Carvajal there.
Well, Kane was going forwards.
Yeah. That's a man who's been there, done it before, and knows exactly how to get away with those.
Yeah.
But yeah, both sides have grown into this game, starting to get comfortable. Hopefully now we're going to see a bit more action and a bit more, liveliness in
I
front
was
of the
say
goal.
20 minutes of the half left. Not a bad encounter so far. Joshua Kimmich tries to play it down the line. Mendy stops Sane though, and now here Real Madrid in possession. Nacho Fernandez. Aurelien Tchouaméni. Nacho. Cruz, Vinicius, here come Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham. Vinicius Jr. Strong challenge in there from Matthijs de Ligt. He has changed a lot as well, I think, for Bayern today. They've just looked a bit more solid defensively. It's, with Dyer and de Ligt, you've got two really good box defending centre halves.
Yeah, perfect.
Similar to what we saw yesterday with Mats Hummels and
Schlotterbeck.
Yes, Nico Schlotterbeck.
But they've done well. Bayern have put a good shift in defensively, and unfortunately for them though, Serge Gnabry has gone down here off the ball and going to receive some treatment. I don't know if it's tactical, whether he is actually injured. It'd be a shame if it was the latter. But is he going to be alright? He's going to get back to his feet now, and I can't work out whether he's going to come off or. This is the bit where they started playing with the ball sitting on the pitch, and then Manuel Neuer producing an incredible double save that we will keep going on about because it was absolutely brilliant. Tips one on the post.
Ridiculous.
Palms one up in the air and captured it.
He's rightfully furious because it was awful.
Yeah.
Real played a really shitty move. The ball was still in play and they threw it on and Marciniak didn't pull it back.
And Gnabry's going to have to come off it.
It's a shame. Alphonso Davies on. So Joshua Kimmich into midfield. Masraoui to right back.
Maybe, yeah. Or just Davies going to run at people on the left, which is exactly what
he's going to play on the left wing.
Fair enough. Burn pace down that way against Carvajal.
Well, they did a similar thing in the first leg where they made a half-time change. I'm going to have to remember who came on. It's been a week. It was...
Vinny goes through a head kick attempt and misses the ball, and de Ligt can hack it clear. Worth a go, though, isn't it?
Rafael Guerreiro.
Oh,
Yeah, they did a similar thing.
Kane being held by Rudiger, and it's pulled up for a Bayern free kick.
Guerrero came on for a midfielder, and rather than them using... They inverted... Or Guerrero sort of sat in midfield and then came out wide. Now, I don't think they're going to do that with Davies, but we know that Thomas Tuchel is a pragmatist. Something could change in this tactic. Here's Kane on the edge, takes aim with the volley!
Wow.
How is that not in? How is that not in?
Corner. It's just taking a nick off something. That's a great strike from Kane.
Wow. He caught that sweetly. The ball fizzed off Nacho. He takes aim.
Saved by Lunin.
Saved by Lunin. It was wide anyway from Kane, but great effort.
It's a
Really good effort.
Brilliant strike. Unfortunately, not by the back of the net. And now Bayern Munich with a corner. Very, very close. One of the best shots of the half, that is.
Yeah, sweetly struck, whistling wide. Now Bayern with this corner. And Joshua Kimmich over it. And he'll whip it in, but Lunin will claim it. Too close to the goalkeeper. Lunin, no issues, rising to that one. That's phenomenal from, I think it's Jamal Musiala in there.
Yeah.
They go long, Lunin looking, and Real looking for Vinicius. But Musiala jumps in front of it. Lima. Pavlovic. Should have done the Luke 09 and just stuck your hands in the air and smashed it away. Dyer.
Get away with that one nowadays.
Tries to find Kane, but Real will hold on to it. So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting for Real. They're just not really, it's not really functioning in possession. They do look like they've changed it somewhat. And now they don't. Yeah, it's an interesting shape. So, what they're doing now is creating a box midfield type shape with Bellingham in there. Bellingham, Valverde, Cruz, Tchouaméni, box midfield. Mendy and Carvajal really wide. And then, obviously, your two centre-halves, two strikers. But, yeah, it's an interesting take on a box midfield.
Yeah.
Carvajal. Because you have two strikers, which you don't usually have.
Yeah. Carl hits that live brilliantly, will I?
Rodrigo. Toni Kroos. Valverde. Carvajal. Here's Nacho Fernandez. Rudiger. Carvajal. Valverde. And now they'll come forwards. Bayern Munich. And the chase on there, it doesn't quite come off. But, yeah, with what Real are doing, if you think about how Thiago Motta talks about the game and how he views tactics as being horizontal, then it's a 1-9-1 for Real Madrid. It's quite narrow. But I guess the amount of players in, it does make sense why the box is so crammed tonight then for Real. Here is Toni Kroos. Sprays it over towards Carvajal. Now ball out wide. Mendy. Vinicius Jr. Just incredibly narrow from Real Madrid. If you look at the shape now, Cruz is trying to play balls over the top like a quarterback into about 5 foot stood in the box. Carvalho whips one in there. It's headed away. No wonder they're so prone to counterattacks. Tchouaméni. Rodrigo takes aim. It's blocked. And now Bayern will look to come forwards. Kane. Alphonso Davies is away down this left-hand side. Kane's pass isn't great. If he gets that right, Davies is blisteringly quick, and he would get away from Danny Carvajal there.
Yeah, no. A missed opportunity there, you feel?
Yeah.
I don't know. Both sides have grown for the game, but it doesn't seem to be any cogs turning for either side. You know, anything suggesting they're going to start to put some things into motion and start to get this game to bring it to life, really. Because it has been a slow burner of a first half, but I guess when you're already 2-2 up on 2-2 level on aggregate, it's not going to be an enthralling half of football.
Yeah. I think that's what gave last night the edge, was Dortmund had the lead.
PSG, no one tonight has any incentive to go for the game.
Yeah, Carvajal tries to go down the line. That's not quite. It's going to come off.
He's currently proving to be a pain in the arse.
13 to play
again,
in this first half.
Brings back the whole discussion about away goals. Because obviously, if away goals was a rule, Bayern would have to win tonight.
Yeah. It's what we've not really seen in the Champions League so far.
Here's my problem, obviously, without the away goals rule, if there is a draw like there was last week, that whole game was pointless. We're back to square one, which is why it's so cagey and nervy, because and no one's really going for it, because in this game, neither side has they've got it all to lose. No one wants to go for it and risk conceding. So as I said, everyone's going to sit in, defend, knock the ball around, not really do much, and just see this game out.
Rodrigo. Mendy. Here's Nacho. Toni Kroos. Switches the play. Valverde. Tries to put it back in there, and now Bayern will look to come the other way. Kane. Still going. And
needs to release the ball.
And that comes off Kane there. Valverde flicking into him.
Yeah, held it for too long there, Harry Kane. But this is his effort earlier that he flashed past the post and it was turned around by Lunin. Really good effort. Catches it so sweetly. And unfortunate not to find the bottom corner. But that was a warning for Real Madrid. However, since then, haven't seen too much action.
Aurelien Tchouameni just lifting that ball out wide to Carvajal. Now Valverde down the line. Back to Carvajal. Nacho. Aurelien Tchouameni. Bellingham. Mendy. Toni Kroos. Bellingham. Tries to come inside you. Bellingham takes aim, but it's blocked. Rudiger. And there Musiala tries to press him. Lunin. Nacho. Kroos. Here is Vinicius. Trying to take players on down the line. Does well. Looking for a cutback. Don't know why he just doesn't give it to Mendy there. He's desperate to try and find Bellingham or Rodrigo, but Mendy was in a much better position to receive that pass and then either take a shot or play to one of Vinicius, to one of Rodrigo or Bellingham. But yeah, Sane. Now Joshua Kimmich. Pavlovic. Kimmich. Dyer, Pavlovic. Lima. Now Joshua Kimmich. Fascinating tactical battle so far, though.
Yeah. It's intriguing.
See the similarities and differences between the two systems, and I mean, no idea what Real are doing this evening at the moment.
Yeah.
Just feels really narrow, not really creating chances. But it's an interesting take on modern football, really. This Real system. Neuer. Conrad Lima. Kimmich. Here's Sane. Pavlovic. Kimmich. Musiala. Pavlovic. Mazraoui. Alphonso Davies. Mazraoui. Pavlovic. Lima. Alphonso Davies drives inside. Carvalho tries to just take him off the ball, then knock him off the ball, but it doesn't quite work. Kimmich. Lima. Musiala. Can he take aim? Conrad Lima. Bellingham does well. Now here come Real Madrid. Valverde. Vinicius. Coming forwards, Real, but Vinicius couldn't beat his man.
Yeah, both sides just playing this game to a T, really. Not giving anything away, not sitting too defensive and getting caught out. Don't think anything's going to change really. I think we'll be nil at half time, and unless something drastic happens at half time, I think this is going to be the same for pretty much the whole game. Was to concede a free kick there in a bit dangerous position. Maybe Real Madrid could find a goal from this, but I mean, who knows? It's a bit of a clumsy one from De Ligt, really. Vinicius Junior did well initially to win it, and De Ligt just dives in, concedes the free kick. A chance for Real Madrid to put this ball into the box. We haven't seen, and I think we've barely seen the ball in anyone's box this half. Chance for Toni Kroos to put Bayern under some pressure in their own 18 yards.
Now the ball whipped in, dealt with by De Ligt.
Very
Valverde blocked by Musiala, who is then struggling to stay on his feet. Carvajal. Vinicius Junior plays it in there. Rodrigo touched it towards goal. Huge save, Manuel Neuer. Phenomenal stop again. Real Madrid whip a ball in. Rodrigo touches it towards goal. And again, denied by a wonderful reflexive save by Manuel Neuer. There wasn't even a touch in there. It was just the way it bounced. It fizzed up off the turf towards goal, and Neuer flicked around the post. Phenomenal.
keeping.
And now Real Madrid over this corner. Toni Kroos will take it. And he draws one into towards the front post. That felt like they tried to force it in the goal.
Yeah.
But it will be another corner. And again. Where will Kroos put this one? Lifts into the box now. Headed away by Kane. Carvajal heads it back towards Kroos. Pavlovic gets out to him quickly. Here is Vinicius Junior. And he's just kicked the ball at the bloke in front of him and it pings off. I'm guessing he's hoping it falls favourably for him, but Bayern just get it clear. Kroos switches the focus of the attack to the left-hand side, but it's one high up the field now and Bayern will drive it forwards. And stop and go back and make us all watch them play football around the back again. Bellingham tries to tackle on Lima, but now Bayern's Pavlovic will find Mazraoui as they switch from right to left. Alphonso Davies wants to take on Danny Carvajal here. Davies goes outside, then back in again. Then outside. He's forced back to Mazraoui. Lima. Mazraoui, Musiala, Pavlovic. Now it's with Lima back out wide. De Ligt. Here's Lima. Quite interesting to see as well. You know, Joshua Kimmich inverting into almost a right winger role tonight. Sane going super wide with the overlap.
Really high. Really, really high.
Need to think about that. Dyer. Stop the drug use. Here's Lima. Joshua Kimmich. Sane. Plays back towards Kimmich, but that's not going to come off. Out of play for a goal kick. Lunin will go over and collect the ball. But yeah, just not a lot happening. I mean, Real wanted a penalty, I think, but it was Carvalho that committed a foul. Yeah, not much to speak of action in that first half. De Ligt. Well, there's still 3 minutes to play. There still could be goals. Mazraoui down this left-hand side. Davies, but Carvajal pounces on him now. Pavlovic knocks it across. Lima carrying it forwards. Kimmich. Pavlovic.
Yeah, I mean, we might get a second wind of this game, but so far, not much going on. At least once we get a goal, obviously the game comes to life, but at this rate, are we going to get a goal tonight?
Yeah, Kimmich. Pavlovic. Jamal Musiala. Now Mazraoui. Pavlovic. Dyer. De Ligt. Now it's with Neuer. Dyer. Picks out Musiala, and now he'll turn and run at them. Valverde fouls him, but he gets the pass off to Davies. Advantage from Marciniak, the referee. Here come Bayern. Alphonso Davies. And there, Lima gearing up for the shot. Stopped Mazraoui from range, but it's claimed well by Andre Lunin. probably the best chance of the half, or most promising chance of the half, until Musiala was brought down.
It's not a bad effort. That
I think that speaks volumes about how
this game has been
slow this match has been. I mean, Real had that quick fire double save from Manuel, forced a quick fire double save out of Manuel Neuer, but again, you know, they got that from a scummy opportunity. Here is Toni Kroos, plays out wide. Valverde. Rudiger. Toni Kroos. Again, the switch from left to right. Carvajal.
Yeah, I mean, a minute to go here. We might find something. We might get something in this game that can spur it into life.
Yeah, I was going to say. Zachary back and welcome to the stream, saying what's good. I'm back after Vinny's 2 goals. Vinny's not scored any goals yet, Zachary, in this leg. But welcome. Dyer. Delete. Plays it wide, and Vinny does pick up the ball. Now trying to come forwards with it. Wants to take on Joshua Kimmich here. Kroos. Bellingham. Tries to get it to Vinicius, but it's one back by Bayern. Lima. A minute of additional time in this first half. And as we've mentioned, a slow first half it's been here at the Bernabeu. Neither side's really got going as of yet. Valverde tries to take that ball out of the air. But it'll be Bayern now who do get possession in the end. Pavlovic. Carrying it forwards, looking for an option. Musiala. Wriggles through players there, and again his foul ball laid through. Chance for Kane, overhit. Lunin sweeps well. Cleared away by Andre Lunin. But a nice idea from Lima. Need to take a little bit off that. Great chance. Kane timed it well. He was onside.
Just couldn't get there. Quicker forward gets there.
Yeah, Lunin rushed out well, to be fair to him.
Yeah, what's a goalkeeper?
Huge opportunity for Bayern that. Kane got there. It may well have been a goal. But that is half-time here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 0, Bayern Munich 0. 2-2 on aggregate, but on the night, no goals as of yet. Neither side's really got going in this game. How do they change that?
Sol's not going for the game. Someone has to go for the game. Because if not, this is going straight to penalties.
Yeah.
Because both sides seem to just be happy to sit here and do nothing all night. Well,
yeah.
Be happy with it.
All right. But yeah, an interesting first half. Real Madrid probably had the better of the chances if you think about the one that Vinicius shot, and then Neuer made a good save, fell to Rodrigo. He then forced another good save out of Neuer. It was a brilliant double save from Manuel Neuer. And it really felt like they should have scored in that first half. 58% possession, 0.64 XG to 0.09, 8 shots to 2, one big chance, obviously, that Rodrigo won. They've had chances in this game. They're 4 saves out of Manuel Neuer that Bayern just haven't been able to do up the other end. Andre Lunin, he's not really had much to do this evening, and Bayern just haven't really come forward with possession. They've not done poorly, Bayern Munich, but it could definitely be better. Both systems are just quite negative as well in their essence. Both sides are playing 4-4-2s out of possession, sitting very narrow, very compact, very disciplined, regimented. That's what you would expect to see in the modern game to counteract these really attacking systems. But Real in attack are playing 2-4-2-2 seemingly, and it's just not very functional. That's a simple fact of it. Is there's no width in the initial build-up. There's no width in the attack. So everything comes through the middle or from the wing-backs getting up and down. But they're not really doing that enough. It just doesn't feel like anything's working at the moment for Real. They're not getting the players in the right positions. They're not manufacturing good chances. You think about both the chances they have had, and they've come from either dead ball situations like a throw in or a set piece, and it's a very different. You know, you look at the first leg as well, where they didn't score from. Well, sorry, they got one from open play, but it was again thanks to a mistake from Kim stepping up, and so there was loads of space for Chris to play that ball through. Again, good stuff from Vinicius. He drew Kim in, and that was that. Fair play. But the second goal was a penalty. Tonight, all the chances Real Madrid have had have been dead ball situations that they then create into or fashion into an opportunity, but they've not been chances that have been favourable for Real Madrid, and they've not really been chances that have been clear cut for Real Madrid. So it's been a tight one so far, a tight game. I think that as it goes on, I expect that the pragmatist in Tuchel will change things up. Ancelotti can't be happy with that first half, so you'd imagine he'll change something up as well. But it's difficult. It's really difficult to say exactly what's going to happen. I think that if we think about going later into the game, you would say Real have probably got the better quality to bring off the bench, which can always have an impact, of course. Arda Güler, Brahim Diaz. You look at Bayern Munich and they're looking at Choupo-Moting. Thomas Muller's experienced, but is he exciting off the bench? Not particularly. Matisse Tell, again, hasn't really had enough minutes for me to pass judgment for his career at Bayern so far. But yeah, Real just seem to have the better options. If they want someone that's going to come and unlock the Bayern defence, and they're going to look at someone like Luka Modric. But Bayern just don't seem to have those same changes. So it could be a difficult second half for them. I imagine that Tuchel will change something because they've just not looked incredible tonight. But obviously, as we know, Thomas Tuchel, pragmatic in his manner, he will change something, you'd imagine, and they'll try and change this game. They'll try and come back in this second half, and someone's got to change something soon. I feel like at the moment this game's very likely to go to extra time. I think even if there is a goal for either side, I think the other team will likely come back. If Real start the second half strongly and find a goal, despite them unable to really create anything, I think it's quite likely then that we'll see Bayern Munich get one later on because they'll change something up. If Bayern Munich go and score, I think Real will just will one into the back of the net eventually. So it will be interesting to see what happens there. But I just think it could be... It's going to be interesting. I would expect this to go beyond the 90. I would say it's been quite a tight one. Both sides set up quite well defensively. And yeah, could definitely see us going beyond at the 90. Harry, I'm going to take a moment as well then. I will leave you to give your thoughts on what has been a bit of a damp squib of a first half here at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, I mean, you're spot on. There is, honestly, I don't think I've seen a Champions League semi-final that has lacked so much. I'm thoroughly disappointed. I mean, what on earth? What on earth? It's level in a Champions League semi-final, and I'm watching two sides just kick it down the back for 90 minutes. You know, it's been really poor. It's a really poor standard. I'm really frustrated because it should be better than this. You know, this is one of the biggest games in the world between two really, really good sides, and nothing's happening. It's really disappointing. It is extremely dull. You know, neither side wants to come forward. Neither side's really had a chance. And in all honesty, it's a frustrating game to watch. It really is frustrating because there's nothing to analyse. We've got nothing to analyse here because nothing's happened. And I've never seen a Champions League final like it. Champions League semi-final like it. I mean, last night, end-to-end stuff, what a game that was. Tonight, because it's 2-2 and because there's no away goals, it's a really, really rough night. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. It has been so slow, so just defensive, so dull. I really hope something comes out in the second half, because if not, we're going to have to watch this for 120 minutes, go to penalties, and then they'll decide off that. I mean, wow, just... maybe there's changes at half time. Maybe there could be some tactical tweaks. I want to see one of these two sides go for the game. I really, really do. because this is poor. This isn't the standard. This isn't this isn't what we signed up for. It's a Champions League semi-final. Show some intent to go and win the game. I'm fed up of watching two sides play really, really safe football. Go for the game. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you're out. If it does work, you're through to the Champions League final. Really disappointed. Both sides playing too safe, too boring. Need to up the standard, and really, really not good enough. I expected much better. I really did. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Wow. I mean, maybe if you look at the two benches, there's some exciting players that could come off on there. There could be hopefully one of the managers decides they want to win this game. They want to go for it. It's I just don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to sit here for another 45 minutes, watch a 0-0. They'd have to go to extra time to watch another half an hour where nobody goes to the game. There has to be a goal in this game. There has to be a goal in the next 45 minutes. Because this isn't good enough. This isn't deserving of the standard of a Champions League semi-final. Come on, you've got to impress. You've got to play good football. You've got to go out there and win the game. Not just sit back, knock the ball around with this looks like training. Looks like both sides are playing a training game at the moment against each other. Really poor. Where's the aggression? Where's the fight? Where is that, mental capacity, mental ability that is like, I want to go out there and beat the opposition. No, neither side wants that. Neither side wants to win. It's really poor. I don't know anymore. I never thought I'd see the day that in one of the biggest games of the season, I watched two sides piss about. Go for the game. Go for the game. And if you lose, hold your heads high and say, we gave it our best shot. If you win, glory, brilliant. You had fun, you won the game. But at the moment, this looks like a warm-up. Really disappointing. And I expected much better from tonight. The first leg was brilliant. But suddenly, as soon as there's pressure on, neither side wants to play any football. And neither side wants to, do anything. I really hope something changes in the second half. Because 120 minutes of this, boring. What's the point? I really want to see some side go for this and take the game by the scruff of the neck. I really do. Because it can. I think if whoever goes for this game will win the game. Simply because the other team just seem intent on kicking the ball around for a bit.
I feel like I'm walking into Mark Goldbridge.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really fed up. Really fed up of watching a crap game of football. Yes, I mean, it's incredible tactically. It's a brilliant tactical battle. But in terms of action, in terms of goals, in terms of entertainment, none of that in this game, and that is really disappointing. Really disappointing. I don't like the fact that we've got to this stage in football. Semi-final should be two quality sides going at it, giving it their best shot, and then whoever wins wins. But tonight, too safe, way too safe from both sides.
I mean, you've got two sides that are quite evenly matched. You've got two managers who play systems that are quite, well, at least tonight are playing systems that are quite defensive. And the way modern football goes right now is if you've got quite similar systems with quite similar players, it tends to give you quite a boring result. You look at when City play against Arsenal, because their systems and styles clash are quite well, they're pretty much the same system, then it becomes a very boring game. You look at all their encounters, tend to be 0-0, 1-0 settled by a mistake from an Arsenal player or a free kick from Arsenal that they score set piece. But yeah, it's been an interesting first half. I think that, again, this must be, for all the tacticos out there, this is, their dream, because there's so much to analyse. You look at what Real Madrid are trying to do in possession with their weird shape with the box midfield, but they're taking them out of the defence. They've got no width, and they've got no width up front. They've got wing backs that are having to cover so much ground. You look at what Bayern are trying to do and why it's not working at the moment. It's fascinating to see, but it doesn't give you those moments. It doesn't give you goals or the action you want to see. You don't want I think for a lot of neutrals, you watch the Champions League to watch exciting attacking players, not to see a disciplined defensive display. Now, obviously, it works really nicely if you've got exciting attackers in the form of PSG being thwarted by a magnificently disciplined defence from Dortmund, but it doesn't really work when you've got two teams that are both quite good defence, quite good attack, aren't really creating any chances.
Yeah.
Because the other team are doing everything well at the moment. The game opened up in the first leg because Real Madrid slipped a ball in behind because of a mistake from Kim, and then Bayern had to change something at half time. Now, I'd like to hope that Tuchel does change something.
Yeah.
Tuchel is a pragmatic coach. He is someone who will change things on the fly and adapt his system to suit the opposition. He's not someone like Postecoglou, who's an idealist, who's very stagnant, very stout in his ways and his beliefs. He does change things on the fly. It's why he's so good in competitions like these, where you can make the difference on the night, where you have to go for the game on the night, because he's the type of manager that can come up with that. That's why he's a Champions League winner. Equally, there's a reason why Carlo Ancelotti is a Champions League winner. He is a master motivator. He'll be looking at his Real Madrid players right now. He'll be shouting at his Real Madrid players right now. Maybe not, because he's a suave man. He might just be saying it really coolly and calmly. But it wasn't good enough, I don't think, from Real. They didn't really create enough opportunities. They didn't really get anything going.
If I'm the manager, there's 7 words I've got to say. And that is, go and score a fucking goal. Because I'm sorry, but if I've watched that for 45 minutes, I've had enough. I would have simply I'd turn around and I'd go and score a goal. Score a goal. Go out there in the second half, first 5 minutes, put one in and win the game.
Yeah, it makes sense why we're in the position. Neither side's going to go for the game particularly.
Why not? If you lose, you lose. You win, you win.
Well, no. Both sides want to hold on in the first half, so that makes sense. The game will open up because someone's going to have to win this eventually. Either that or going all the way to penalties.
I don't want to sit for 120 minutes watching 0-0. I really hope that isn't. We've got to the point in football where two of the best sides in the world draw 0-0 for 120 minutes and then we go to penalties. That's not the way you want to decide these games.
No, but that's not always the case. But it is going to happen. Games are going to be draws.
You at least have
it's been disappointing this evening. I don't think it's really a comment on all of world football right now, or the world football landscape. Real Madrid again got started in this second half. Let's hope they don't have as bad a start as Bayern did. Bellingham knocks it back, and we're underway in this second 45. Both sides need a goal. It was a fairly nothing first half. Let's hope that changes in the second half. Bit of action, bit of drama. Bit of attacking emphasis would be nice. Rudiger. Nacho. So Real, no obvious structural changes in the early phases here. It seems they're overloading right-hand side. Could they look to make use of that now? Rudiger, Carvajal. Goes back to Tony Rudiger. Now Cruz. Bayern are getting their distancing just spot on everywhere at the moment. Vinicius. Mendy. Bellingham. Goes back out wide. Vinicius Jr. now. Looks to take on Joshua Kimmich. Takes it past Kimmich. Will now look to deliver a ball across the box. Plays it in there and it's cleared away by Bayern Munich. Good start there for Real Madrid, looking to break Bayern down immediately. But as I'm saying, Bayern are just positioned superbly at the moment. Real are trying to switch from left to right in the hope it'll open up the game. That was a poor pot shot from Nacho Fernandez, I believe it was.
Yeah.
But Real, what they're trying to do is switch from right to left and then obviously spread that Bayern defence. But Bayern aren't being spread because the overload from Real isn't working. Because Bayern are comfortable with just Mazraoui on 2 players over there.
Yeah.
Because they're so close to the touchline.
I want to see more of that. Vinny picking up the ball, running direct at his man and taking him on and beating him. It's what he does best.
Kane swivels well with the ball. Now finds Alphonso Davies in space on this left-hand side. Davies. Coming forwards, takes aim, it flicks up and over the bar.
Wow.
Big block from Danny Carvajal. This second half is coming to life.
So close again, really good stuff. And again though, what was Alphonso Davies? He picked the ball up and he just runs. It's direct. It's intent behind it. Just runs at Carvajal, and gets a decent shot away.
Yeah, David. You could tell Davies is a fullback. That's just his drive there is very long.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. He's flailing as he flies down the flank. There's not much poise to it. Headed away, and now it falls to Joshua Kimmich. He's going to look to fashion an opportunity. Sane. Joshua Kimmich. Musiala. Pavlovic. Now De Ligt. Kimmich. Now here's Dyer. Mazraoui. Back to Eric Dyer. Neuer. Sends it long. Manages to pick out Jamal Musiala. Davies. Musiala. Tries to poke one through for Kane. Good stuff from Nacho Fernandez. Now Bellingham. Real are going to come forwards here. Vinicius. Wants to take on Joshua Kimmich. Vinicius Jr. cuts one into the box, but there's nobody there. Rodrigo made the run beyond. Bellingham was too far back. And now Bayern will look to come the other way. Pavlovic. Conrad Lima goes up wide to Joshua Kimmich. Harry, welcome to the stream. Saying 15 months going strong. 15 months now as a hardcore supporter. Thank you, Harry. Massively appreciated. Jamal Musiala. Brought down by Aurelien Tchouameni. Here's Kane. Puts it in there and it's cleared by Nacho Fernandez.
But why am I watching Harry Kane put a cross into the box? Why is he crossing it in?
Yeah. Lima. Sane tries to go back to Lima and now Bellingham will carry it forwards for Real. Good challenge in there from Leroy Sane though to stunt his progress. But yeah, there's just not been much. The thing is, both sides are set up really well and they're not making mistakes. They're elite teams and they're showing it tonight.
Yeah.
In the first leg, Real got the breakthrough because Bayern made a blunder. And then Bayern got a breakthrough because through sheer force and brute force, really. Sane just sort of burst through a player, smashed one in the back of the net. There wasn't much that anyone could do about it, but it's going to take a moment like that, someone do something like that. You know, Vinicius to drag someone out of play, Sane just to drive inside. Kimmich. And again, both sides are just so good in the press that neither side can play out. Mazraoui, Pavlovic. Tries to lift it over the top to Conrad Lima. And that's the other issue tonight. We're seeing that both sides are so flexible. And there doesn't need to be any set positions for any of the players. But it does mean at times you have Conrad Lima running out to try and get a ball on the right flank, or Kane dropping in into, you know, the left defensive space to pick up the ball and then try and cross it in. Carvajal plays it down the line. That's going to give Valverde something to chase. Dyer and Mazraoui will follow him down there, and the ball does roll off the pitch out for a Bayern throw. By the way, the poll in chat, 85% think Real Madrid will win tonight. 15% going Bayern Munich. So Real, the heavy favourites from the poll. Mazraoui. And he'll throw it down the line. Davies gets a flick on. And Kane now unable to bring it down. Jude Bellingham. Toni Kroos. Now Mendy. Vinicius. Vinicius Jr. looking to take on Kimmich. Gets around him. Brilliant from Vinicius. Plays across the box. Blocked well by Matthijs de Ligt. I love Vinicius' running at the moment. It's making a difference. But the issue is they're just... Bayern are set up so well in the box here. They're just not going to... He's not going to get the ball through there at the moment. And again, that's where it's going to rely on an error or
Yeah.
A bit of ingenious from Real Madrid's attackers to create something different. Vinicius has the beating of the fullback if he wants to. The issue is he's got nowhere to go then. Ball driven onto the edge of the box. I like what they've tried to do there. Valverde gets a bit behind it, but it's very wide of the mark. Doesn't catch that how he'd have wanted to. Doesn't have the accuracy. I like the Real are trying something. They laid the ball to the edge of the box there in the hope that Rodrigo would be able to come up and hit it. Come onto it. But it didn't work out. Fair enough. But you've got to try stuff. Neuer. Delit. It's going to go along with it. Kane. And that's poor from Nacho Fernandez. Kane against Ferland Mendy. Kane does really well to shrug off the challenge. Gets a shot away. But it's a comfortable save for Lunin. Mendy brings him down the box. Marciniak waves him up. And now here come Real Madrid.
I don't think so.
Toni Kroos. Bellingham. He gets away from Kimmich there, but Conrad Lima comes in. And he's forced back to Kroos. Now Tchouaméni. Carvajal. Real have no attackers on the pitch. Like, look at it. They were coming forwards there, and it looks so passive. That's a terrible touch from Cruz. Takes him into the path of Sane, and he tries to smash it to Vinicius, and it just doesn't work. I mean, here, it's just so smart from Kane. You realise Nacho is either going to mess up the header or not head it at all. Problem is then, when he gets him behind, he muscles Mendy off the ball, and then he looks down.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have... He just wants to get the shot away. It doesn't generate much power behind it. Doesn't really have a whole lot of accuracy.
Something's got to give.
You don't want to go across goal really there, Kane.
Yeah.
Pavlovic. Conrad Lima. Now Dyer. He's never been the most mobile striker, but he can get past Nacho Fernandez. Ball through. Carvajal stops it, finding Musiala. Nacho. Rodrigo. Nacho. Real can carry it forwards here. Changes the emphasis, finding Ferland Mendy. They've got an overload on this left-hand side. They've got to make use of it. Vinicius. It's going to run at Kimmich again now. Puts it in there. Rodrigo!
Oh my God.
It's just wide. He gets a shot away, but he pokes it past the far post. I think it took a touch off Dyer there.
How was that not found the back of the net?
Oh my God, it grazes off the edge of the woodwork.
How?
Real, though, in the ascendancy in this second half. Dyer sends one long. Kane can't win the header as Carvajal nods it down. And now Bayern will look to build it up. Rudiger. Toni Kroos. Bellingham. Kroos. Mendy. Bellingham. Vinicius. Bellingham tries to come forward, but it's really good from Lima there. Sorry, Delit. And then Bellingham does well, comes across and stops Delit's clearance out for a throw. Can they pen him in the corner now, Real Madrid? Real are bouncing as well. The Bernabeu is bouncing.
They need it. They've got to use that. Try and find a goal.
Yeah. Needs something.
Instead, Bayern won a free kick. 34 minutes to go. Still 0-0. This game's got to give. It's got to turn up at some point. Something's got to give. Something's got to happen. We've seen way too many chances go so close.
Yeah. Mazraoui. Delit. That's a good challenge from Bellingham there to stop Kimmich coming up the line. Just over half an hour to play. Still a lot of time in this game. Sane. Kane is so far offside and the ball's overhit anyway.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Lunin.
That's really poor.
Rolls it to Cruz. Rodrigo. Bellingham. Cruz. Rodrigo. Here's Jude Bellingham. Now Vinicius Jr. Vinicius. Bellingham. Aurelien Tchouameni. Valverde. Now Antonio Rudiger finds Toni Kroos. Bellingham. And he's brought down. Free kick in a good area. Lima's frustrated, but he did make a foul there.
Yeah.
Timed it slightly wrong. Did trip him up. It's there, yeah. Doesn't get the ball. Correct decision. So free kick in a really nice area now for Real Madrid. Can they do something with this? Anything?
Maybe. Got to hit the target. Got to test Manuel Neuer. If this goes sailing over the bar,
Or into the wall.
honestly, got to hit the target. You have to hit the target. No excuses here. It's a great opportunity. Decent area. Not too far out. Not too close. Got to hit the target.
Rodrigo strikes it well. He's on target. Saved wonderfully by Neuer. Nacho tries to keep the move alive.
What a save. It's a problem.
That's phenomenal from Manuel Neuer.
Very few chances for Rodrigo to get Manuel Neuer saved.
Rodrigo struck it sweetly.
Oh,
Neuer with another phenomenal stop.
It's an absolutely ridiculous save. There's
If
no
Bayern go on to win today, a major part of that will be down to Manuel Neuer. Formidable. Some absolutely ridiculous saves from Neuer. Toni Kroos, Musiala wins it back. It's 4-on-3 for Bayern. They've got to make advantage of this. It's to Sane, but they get the pass all wrong.
He's criminal.
Musiala had no options there. All three of those players around him made terrible runs. Sane came inside, so there was no wide option out on the right. There was already no wide option on the left because Kane had run behind him. And Gnabry was getting... And who else is there? Yes, oh, what a stop again! Manuel Neuer is superhuman.
Just gets to everything. He gets to absolutely everything.
Vinicius darts inside, some lovely footwork, generates a good shot, but again, Neuer tipping it over the bar. Real, though, having the chances. Surely something's got to give eventually. Either Real are going to score and they're just going to overwhelm Neuer. They keep having shots.
Yeah.
Or Bayern Munich are going to break.
Still half an hour to go. It's a good ball in. It's going to fall to Bellingham.
Here's Rodrigo. Across the box. It's cleared away. Tchouameni will keep it alive. Now, though, Alphonso Davies tries to break it away. But he's turned back on himself. They're under pressure there, but the Bayern do play out of it. Davies. Dyer. Sorry, Kimmich. Now to Mazraoui. In this game, by the way, Real Madrid 400 accurate passes. The only reason they don't have dominance of possession is because Bayern have completed 317. Lovely. They've made loads of. They're probably going to break a record for the most passes in a Champions League tie. But if they could start getting some shots and chances away, that'd be phenomenal.
Yeah. Come on. Just under half an hour. Plenty of time to find a goal. That is not a good ball through.
Toni Kroos. Now here come Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr.
There's nobody getting forward for Real.
Here's Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. Not the player you want out there against Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich stands his ground well. He doesn't have the tools there, Bellingham. It's not the role he needs to be playing, and I don't really know why he's playing left wing tonight. I don't get it. Valverde and Bellingham are really industrious players, and Valverde can do well out on the right wing. He's a great presser, but I don't really get it. And then you've got Vinicius and Rodrigo central, where they just don't look as strong. It's weird. Tchouameni. Lunin goes wide. Here is Mendy.
Yeah. Around here just trying to build up again.
Charmany. Here's Carvajal, who's decided he's the right winger now. I don't know. I don't really know what Real Madrid are trying to do in possession tonight.
The objective just does seem to get the most passes.
Well, they're generating control because they've got players everywhere, but it's just mind-numbingly boring. You've got... I get, what they're trying to do in build-up, but they're not doing anything to create chances.
No.
You've got 4 attacking players in Valverde, Vinicius, Bellingham, Rodrigo, all occupying a central space when they just don't pass it to them. And then what they do is they drop their midfielders into the wide defensive areas, like into where fullbacks would be, or play in the pivot, so that they're manoeuvring between those roles, and then they have their wingbacks really wide, playing pretty much as wingers. So they pick those out, then they go, well, we can't go down the line because we're not good enough, so then they turn back. But there's Valverde now. They have found him out in a wide area. Good delivery, but it's to no one. It's going to run through, and Vinicius will look to keep it alive. So when they get into attacking areas, they do have players here that can make a difference. That looked like a handball from Joshua Kimmich. It was. And Real Madrid with a free kick in a really nice area now.
Hopefully they can get something out of this.
Yeah. Double handball from Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich. But yeah, phenomenal stop. Neuer's been incredible tonight.
Yeah. Still time. Still plenty of time. This is a good opportunity for this free kick here. But again, it's an area that chance has got to find the target.
Ball in, and it's Messi from Neuer. Nacho will try and keep it alive. Head away by Joshua Kimmich. I like that though. Neuer there. There's a bit of a physical tussle in there. And instead of the modern goalkeeper thing of going down, he gets back up. He wants to make the save.
Yeah.
Cruz puts the ball in there. Danny Carvajal lashes at it, but it's wide.
I don't know. I just don't know what I'm watching anymore. This is Real Madrid. This is Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know.
Bayern now. Neuer. Dyer. Carvajal. Dyer. Alphonso Davies. Sane. Now Mazraoui. I really don't know why Mazraoui doesn't invert. Because he's so right-footed that it's painful. And Alphonso Davies on the pitch, it's not like you've not got width. Musiala. Looking to fashion a shot. Musiala, what a stop. Lunin with an incredible strong right hand there. Zachary says, trust Ancelotti, he will cook. Just let the brow raise.
He needs to do that quickly. Oh, I bloody hope so. But again, another everywhere work move has got a save to stop it. Whether it's Lunin or Neuer.
I think the defence is set up well that even when they do allow a shot, both sides, it's in a position where it's one that the keepers can save.
Yeah.
They're not getting clear-cut chances in this game. Rodrigo had the only one. He put it straight at Neuer. Admit, it was a fantastic save, but you have to admit, he could have done better with that shot. And this had about 3 of it at the post.
Yeah.
Kimmich now. He drew towards the front post and Valverde puts out for another corner. Apparently never came on. It went off before Valverde cleared it.
It's not good enough. We're in Champions League semi-final with 24 minutes to go,
he's
and your corner hasn't come on the pitch.
Well, it starts on the pitch. It left the pitch before it got to the box.
That's absolutely shocking.
Valverde. Bellingham. Now Vinicius Jr. Valverde. Carvajal. Rodrigo. And he can't get a chance away. Here come Bayern. Musiala. Kane. Tries to switch the focus of this attack to the other side. Alphonso Davies. Coming forwards, gets a shot away. Davies! Arrows 1-0, Real 0, Bayern 1. We knew it would take some individual magic, and the Canadian fires one home. Real Madrid 0, Bayern Munich 1. Magnificent from Alphonso Davies.
That is an absolute beauty. On his weak foot, you do not save those. An absolute perler from Alphonso
Cannon of a
Davies.
strike.
In ridiculous effort. And we have a goal in this game. Finally. Was it a good attacking move? Not really.
No, it was
it
a lovely switch of the play and the ball in behind.
Strike? Yes, it was.
Lovely ball in behind from Kane. Alphonso Davies comes inside on Rudiger. Carvajal doesn't do enough to step onto the man afterwards.
Weak foot.
And he strikes it home. And again, we see the difference there. An elite goalkeeper can make. Because Neuer's made some fantastic saves. That's not really in Lunin's reach, to be fair. It's a magnificent effort.
Wow.
Even the Real fans there are gobsmacked.
A ridiculous strike.
Phenomenal from Davies. Too easy from Rudiger and Carvajal. Bayern lead this one. And we are 22 minutes away from having a situation where we have an all-German Champions League final.
Wow.
And a German side who are going for an unbeaten treble. And they're not one of the two sides in that Champions League final. What a bizarre moment. A so-called Farmers League. Well, we are 21 minutes away now from seeing just that. A repeat of the 2013 final at Wembley in 2024. A double change. Camavinga on for Aurelien Tchouameni. Modric on for Toni Kroos. Real look to reinvigorate that midfield after they conceded. Bellingham.
Well, have Real got the answer? Real now get scored now because the goals open the game up. And that's what it does.
Here's Modric. Well, it forces Real to have to come forwards a bit more.
Which side we're going to lead to a Real?
But they're still sat in this infuriating shape.
Yeah.
When does Ancelotti change it? When does Ancelotti go for the game?
20
That's
minutes
the big question.
or so to play here, and Bayern Munich are leading. Huge goal. Huge goal.
Now here come Real. Modric. Valverde. Modric. Bellingham. Now, well, he's smashed it with a corner. And Real will load the box now. They need a goal. 20 minutes to play. Now Valverde on the edge puts it in there and it's stumbled home. I don't know who turned it in. But Real are level. Bayern had a man on the deck. Real will not care. They are level now. Real Madrid 1, Bayern Munich 1. And there will be a conversation here about whether that was a foul in the build-up. Bayern are furious about it. Zachary Blackman says, just can't believe this. Well, we're going to have to see a replay of this one. Neuer's saying it's a head injury. There's still no one on the field for Kimmich. He seemed to get hurt in that one. Let's have a look in the middle then. Yes, that's a foul.
Yeah, Nacho turns it in as well, doesn't he?
Nacho puts his hands on the neck and the face of Kimmich, forcing him to the floor. He then pokes it towards Davies. I think it comes off.
It's an absolute mess.
That's a foul.
Yeah.
In the build-up. It's turned in off Alphonso Davies, and now there is going to be a squabble here.
I think this has got to be overturned. I think this has got to be overturned.
There's a foul there in the build-up.
And they told Marciniak to go have a look. This has got.
But there's so many people around him making. a judgment here. He's blown his whistle. He is furious about everyone crowding around.
Yeah.
This is not within the protocol.
I think this is a foul. I think
That looks like a foul.
This has got to be overturned for me.
Yeah. 2 hands on the
made it.
face. He's not even needed to look at that.
And he's given the free kick. The goal won't stand.
There is a clear foul. Marciniak then demonstrates it. So that won't stand.
And that's why we have VAR in the game.
Yeah.
That is the correct decision.
And it would have been missed, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe they didn't give it.
Would have gone down to his own goal in the end.
Well, they've kept off about 4 Bayern players in there.
That's a foul. And we are back to 3-2 Bayern.
Yeah, Alphonso Davies strike. The only difference maker so far in this match. With 17 to play. Now we will have our additional time, of course, to come. But is, well, let's say 20 minutes, 25 minutes, enough time for Real Madrid to find a goal, of course, but will they?
I don't know. It'd be our luck, wouldn't it?
Camavinga.
Don't do anything for 70 minutes.
Valverde.
The other team scores.
Bellingham. Goes out wide. Camavinga. Thanks to everyone that has tuned in, by the way, tonight. Mendy. Camavinga. Musiala comes in well. Modric.
Bayern could really do it.
Vinicius Jr. Ball whipped in towards the back post, and Carvalho tries to keep it alive, but can't.
And again, every single goal kick, Neuer is going to take his time. He's in no rush tonight. No rush to kick this ball.
Yeah.
Yes. Round, they're going to come forward now. They're going to go for it. And this is what we want to see from minute 1. We want to see them attack, you know. And in that Alphonso Davies shows, it's ridiculous. It's an absolutely ridiculous goal. Incredible technique. Perfection.
Yeah.
No goal kick in the world saves that.
Yeah. Real still having the measure of possession in this game so far, though interestingly, in the second half, they've had slightly less dominance than they did in the first half.
Brilliant from Alphonso Davies by their game.
Kane's trying to drive that ball forward so it'll go back. Had Real come back in this game?
Go for it. Can't they shell? Change shape. Do something new. Mix it up a bit.
We don't get what they're trying to do with their shape this evening. Musiala's trying to come inside now. There's Harry Kane into the side netting. Big chance.
That's a huge moment.
Just missed. That could have been the different. That could be the decisive goal.
That would have been the game there for me. If he scores there, I think that's the game. Brilliant from Musiala. Plays it with a Kane. Decent strike. Beats Lunin into the side netting though.
Yeah.
Really frustrating one. And there's good changes now for Bayern Munich.
That looks like Kim.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? For Sane.
So Kim and Jay. On for Leroy Sané. They're going to go to a 5-4? 5-3-2?
Yeah. Yeah, either that or a 5-4-1. It's interesting. Clearly, Tuchel showing his intent. They do not want to concede.
Yeah. It will be a 5-3... No. No, Mazraoui goes into...
Kim's on to left back.
Yeah. So Mazraoui goes to right midfield. Alphonso Davies goes to left midfield. And so they can defend as a back 6.
But yes, and it is more defensive, isn't it?
Here's Kane.
Just got to play hold up, Kane. Kane's just got to play hold up now.
Davies is coming forwards, though. He's got support.
Oh.
Rudiger pushes him, but he keeps going, Harry Kane, and he can't organise his body. But he has kept going.
He's
That's going to be a foul.
there because he was fouled by Rudiger in the push. And he tried to stay on his feet, and that actually ended up with him losing the ball.
Mendy. Valverde. Bellingham.
He looked offside there to me, but he's kept the ball.
Carvajal. Vinicius Jr. Now Modric. Camavinga. Sprays it out wide. Vinicius. Tries to come inside. And it's Valverde now. Camavinga. For Nacho Fernandez. Valverde. Rudiger. Modric. Tries to fashion opportunity. It's an overhit pass again. It rolls out for a goal kick. Tough one there for Real. They're just not getting the chances in this game. They're just not.
It just doesn't feel like it's going to happen for them.
But Real have players that make clutch moments, that score clutch goals.
Yeah. 100%.
So if there's any side that's going to come back, it's Real.
What they do best. But who knows? Who knows how this game's going to end now? We got the goal. It's whether Real Madrid can respond or Bayern can hold on. Yeah, they're enjoying the possession, but they're not really getting up the pitch. They're not pushing on to try and cause problems.
Bellingham. Vinicius Jr.
Oh, brilliant defending.
Good challenge.
From Kimmich. And then Kane draws the foul from Camavinga, and again, Bayern can now get everyone up the pitch, take their time about this, and not worry about it.
Yeah.
I think we will have a bit of added time, to be fair, though. No, I'm expecting a good 5 or 6 at the moment, and we've still got 11 minutes to go. So we could see plenty of time added on.
So free kick now for Bayern.
Go for the switch now. Look where Kimmich. Kimmich dropped there.
Bayern not happy with something.
And they're going to change it a bit as well.
Lima down the line. Trying to come inside. Conrad Lima draws the foul. And that will be a free kick in a good area.
Good from Lima.
Fury from Modric and Bellingham, but it's a justified free kick.
Really good from Lima.
Just came inside, and his heavy touch took him close enough to Modric that when he then moved away from him, he was already going down, but Modric definitely made contact with him.
100%. And again,
he was falling forwards, and then because Modric then runs into him trying to win the ball back, knocks him over. But yeah, Tuchel getting some directions into Pavlovic.
10 to go now.
Gary Wiseman, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Better late than never, Gary. 10 to play. That's how it's just said. Hello, Gary. Thank you. Someone's in chat at last. Tough stream this evening, but thanks to anyone that has tuned in at some point.
And Valverde, double change for Real Madrid. He's going to change the system. Bringing Diaz on for Rodrigo and Hosford's on for Valverde.
Gary said Bayern's so close, but we know Madrid are king of late goals, can never count Madrid out.
No.
Indeed. But yeah, double change for Real there.
Ball in, it's
up in the air and over the bar.
And it is.
Who came up?
Corner as well.
Who came off, sorry?
Joselu and Brahim Diaz for Rodrigo and Valverde. Should that be a corner? No, it's not a corner, but the ref gave a corner and that's what matters. Oh no, should have been no. Good decision. I had the wrong angle. Well, the clock is still ticking down. And Bayern they're going to lump it in and go for the second goal. They're going to play it short. The problem is they're time wasting, but nowadays it doesn't really matter because they're going to add it on anyway.
Yeah. But it does because they say, "Oh yeah, we'll stop the watch every time." But
I think we could at this rate we could still see 7-8 minutes added on here.
Kimmich, ball in, Kim against the bar, and I think he's given a free kick in there, Marciniak.
That could have been. That I mean, obviously I know it was a free kick in the end, but that could have been game over.
Rather hard.
That could have been the game in front of our very eyes.
Huge moment. Real escape. Modric bringing it forwards now. Vinicius, Modric. Plays it out wide. There's a foul in there, but advantage from Marciniak. Rudiger puts it in there. Vinicius Jr.
Wow, what a miss.
And he misses.
What a miss. Perhaps to find the back of the net with that one.
That's a difficult chance. It's a really difficult chance. Good ball over the top from Rudiger. Vinicius has to take that first time, and he just hits it up.
Yeah.
He needs to get over it and hit it down, really. But coming onto it at such speed, it was difficult to get the shot how he would have liked it. This was that Kim chance then. There's a foul on Lunin, apparently. Yeah, Pavlovic stood in front of him as Lunin tries to go for the ball. Neuer. Joshua Kimmich has returned to live action. Ball looking for the run of Mazraoui, but it's picked off by Mendy.
Bayern preparing a
Real will
double
come
change to
forward.
help see this game out.
Yeah, I mean, they're 8 minutes away. They're just going to defend with their lives. It looks like Choupo-Moting, I think.
Oh, they're going to hang on here. They're doing all right. They're managing it pretty well now. That clock is slowly ticking down. And that's what matters. For Bayern,
Like,
it's
put
the
Choupo-Moting
timer.
centre half, and then if the ball's rolling towards the goal,
Yeah,
he will get it off there. As we've
exactly.
seen when he was attacking.
It's out for a corner to Real Madrid. Bayern have got to dig deep now. Got to keep fighting.
Yeah.
And Real Madrid took a short corner and very smartly, Musiala has gone down there, so they stopped preventing the short corner. And now they're going to bring him off. That's really, really smart from the youngster.
Oh, and a cocked eyebrow from Ancelotti.
We know what that means.
Now a replay of that Davies effort.
Oh.
Wonderfully struck. The difference maker so far here at the Bernabeu. And, well, Ancelotti wants more. Rudiger's frustrated. Hossley's a rapper.
He's going to be on there 10 seconds. So not even around.
And so Thomas Muller on for Jamal Musiala.
When you're seeing that a game of football, what a player to be.
And it's going to be Harry Kane off. Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting on. The only issue now is if this game goes beyond the 90, Kane's the player you want in penalties, isn't it? So they don't want... Bayern
But
are
again,
now not... This isn't going
They've
beyond the
got to
90
give you
for Bayern.
pace and they give you height, and that's what you need, and fresh legs.
Yes.
And they're the three things you need to see this game.
Yellowstone up to the stream. Apparently everyone shows up in the last 5 minutes of the stream when it's been a difficult one. Ball goes into the box, headed away. Brahim Diaz tries to get a shot away, but Muller will win it back, and then he muffles him off. And now they're 3-on-2. Poor pass, but he's kept it going. Davies, Lima, got to go through. Chance for Pavlovic, and he can't get there.
So slow.
I think he's tired, to be fair.
That's a wasted opportunity. It was the pass from Muller wasn't good enough.
And he
ruined the whole
overstretched.
move.
He overstretched that one as well, Pavlovic. He's now on the deck. That's what Dyer's pointing out, but Real being gentlemen, it's not going to happen. Here comes Brahim. Here comes Brahim. Modric. Camavinga. That's what Muller's trying to say. Look, we've got to play it down, but Real don't care.
No.
Vinicius ball in, cleared away by De Ligt. Pavlovic is in pain. Now the game will be stopped, finally.
Yeah.
Zachary says, yes, the brow has been raised. Gary says, yeah, if they go beyond the 90, they'll wish they still had Kane. Well, for penalties, Kane's exactly the type of player you want, but...
Look at that battling from Thomas Muller.
Yeah, it's all just then a bit haphazard here. The
pass
pass
wasn't
to
good, yeah.
Davies was shite. Davies then scrambles it to Lima. He plays one through to Pavlovic. Pavlovic can't run.
Too much on it from Lima, really, if anything. Takes a bit off it. Pavlovic can just run onto it rather than have to reach for it. But yeah, 5 minutes, 4
Just
minutes
gets
to go
on there,
there.
putting his body in harm's way. And it will go off for a moment, Pavlovic. He seems to be limping quite a bit. So Bayern now down to 10.
Are they used to their subs?
And Tuchel looks nervous. I don't think so. That's right, just water his legs. That'll do it.
Yeah, that's
Physios.
the one he's holding, but they'll work it out. So Bayern could just drop into a 6.
One more change, so they could bring on
5-1,
Goretzka.
5-1, 5-3-1 here.
Yeah, they need someone just to kick it to.
Yeah.
And that is Muller. Ball in. And that's really well
so
chested down by Joshua Kimmich. Pavlovic trying to jog and see if he can run it off. Not really working at the moment.
No.
Seems to be in quite a bit of discomfort. Modric, Camavinga, Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., Mendy overlapping. Vinicius strike on goal. Huge cock up from Neuer. Converted by Joselu. Real Madrid 1. Bayern 1. Clutch moment. Clutch goal. Joselu. Neuer. Unflappable all game, but massive blunder at the death. Real Madrid draw level.
That is shocking. That is
Manuel
absolutely
Neuer.
shocking. With 3 minutes to go, in this tight a game, that is absolutely shocking from such a good goalkeeper.
It was a poor throw out from him anyway, and Real won it in the second, in Bayern's half. Bellingham gave it to Vinicius. Vinicius came inside. His strike was venomous, but it should have been a comfortable claim.
Criminal.
He spills it to Joselu, who pokes it home.
That is absolutely criminal. Oh, that's shocking.
It hits his chest, and then he tries to claim it. Wow. Yasin says, oh my God, Real Madrid throw. No, we'll go to extra time now. 3-3 on aggregate.
That is shocking. That's absolutely shocking. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
I told you so, said Zachary. You did indeed. And now Bayern get us back underway. A minute of regulation time plus whatever there is for allotted in additional time. Davies comes off him weirdly. Bayern get the ball back. Now they'll look to come forwards. Kimmich. The problem is now Bayern have gone so defensive. They've got no one on the pitch to try and make the difference. Neuer. Feels like if anyone's going to score, yeah, it's going to be Real. Brahim Diaz. Vinicius, if he's onside, big chance.
Too much.
He's fluffed it. Still alive. Joselu puts it in there. Dealt with. Falls to Brahim Diaz.
Oh, he's got to do better.
Incredibly by Dyer.
He's got to do better with that.
The atmosphere's here now. Real are bouncing. They know the momentum's with them. The match is there for the taking.
Vinicius does too much with this here.
He didn't really have anywhere to go. He
It well. Oh, Brahim, I'm sorry, but the way this ball falls to him here, got to do better.
The touch just doesn't settle nicely for him. Modric, ball in. Rudiger misses the header. Will fall for Vinicius. Ball laid back in there. Bellingham, it's bouncing around.
Someone's going to get a shot away.
Nacho, Rudiger, across the box. It's 2-1 Real Madrid. He's offside. VAR will have a look.
Oh.
Madrid may well have found an incredible winner.
Off to me.
Was it Rudiger or Joselu who's offside? Surely VAR at least will have a look. The flag went up from the lino.
Rudiger is
on. Joselu is behind the ball.
They're on.
This should stand. VAR's not. VAR is now having a look.
I think this is onside. I think this is a goal. Just from what I saw there, I think this is a goal. And VAR still talking to the referee. I think this is going to be given.
I thought Joselu was behind the ball. Rudiger. It's a tight one. I don't know if the angle is deceiving, but as Pavlovic steps up,
he's on.
Rudiger looks on to me. And then there,
he's on.
He's behind the ball. This should stand. Are they still checking?
They're still having a look because they've got to check both.
But sure, they've got automatic offsides in the Champions League now, so we should know. Goal stands! Real Madrid 2, Bayern Munich 1. Real's players run onto the field. The substitutes, they're in elation. When you think Real are down, they climb back up again. Manuel Neuer's blunder opened the door for Real Madrid, and now they've smashed it wide open. Real 2, Bayern 1, 4-3 on aggregate.
Joselu.
The kings of the Champions League for a reason.
I mean, this is still not over, by the way. And the players are going to have to get off the pitch because we still have got at least 7 minutes. It is an assist by Tony Rudiger. Joselu at the double to complete the Madrid turnaround. Wow. Wow. And Barney have to dig deep here, but if anything, Hossu's going to get his hat-trick. That is a massive goal.
Hosselu, the hero.
I mean, Bayern Munich, appalling. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
A blunder from Neuer, an absolute criminal mistake from Neuer for the first one, and then just they lost everything. And I'm pretty sure the time would have been added on here, but
So he's just saying there there's been a big stoppage there. 8 minutes now. Tuchel wants 9, but
I think
8.
that's not 10. Oh, it's 9. I think it's playing is. I think
He's saying it should be 9 because of how much stoppage there's been. Marciniak said 8, and then that's what De Ligt was shouting.
So
it's out now for a Real.
There is still
goal
time, but
kick.
if anything, it's time for Real to get one more. Just one of those games. One of those.
We don't really know when this game's going to stop.
Yeah.
It will just stop whenever it's over. I think 112 is probably the minute.
For that back, I mean, it's a really poor. I guess the line couldn't see the ball through the van, could he?
Well, I don't know if he gave Rudiger.
He might have. He probably went. They're both close. I'm gonna put my flag up, and the worst comes to worst. He'd rather put his flag up, and then they.
I'll be honest, it didn't. It looked offside in the initial.
I think as a linesman, I'd rather put my flag up, disallow the goal, and then give the goal. Especially because in a game of magnitude, you don't put your flag up, they celebrate it, and then it's offside.
It's a tight margin as well.
And he'd have seen Hosselu first rather than Rudiger.
Real still got that. That's the thing. People say, "Oh, you don't get to celebrate goals." You do. You get to do it twice.
Yeah.
Because Real there were like, "Oh, it's offside," and then the VAR decision came in. They all sprinted down the line and ran on the field. It's not watching SC Dons. As I just ran on.
Hunters on the pitch.
But wow.
You know there's at least 5
Who
minutes of flag.
thought it? Former Stoke City striker Hosselu at the double in a Champions League semi-final
Ridiculous.
that should take Real Madrid into the Champions League final at Wembley in a few weeks' time.
Wow.
Lima. Camavinga gets in front of it. Mazraoui. I know someone who's going to the Champions League final.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, lucky bastard.
Found there on somebody with a Brown's free kick. Yeah, what a game. What a game. Second half came to life, and that's what we said. A goal was scored and it came to life. Both sides stopped just kicking the ball around and boring us to death. Good. So that's what it was about. And then when Bayern tried to play boring and defensive again, they failed. They lost it, they conceded.
Yeah. Rudiger. Now Lunin. Ball goes long, head away by Kimmich. Nacho Fernandez. Hosselu. Good chance from De Ligt. Choupo-Moting. Pavlovic. Dyer. Kim goes down the line. Here come Real. Brahim Diaz. Kim in J. Now Pavlovic. Again tries to take up the line, but he's fouled. And Brahim's throwing the ball in the crowd.
Don't blame him.
That's not coming out.
No.
The problem is with the multi-ball system now,
Yeah, it's not the same.
it's no. I mean, they can just keep throwing them.
Someone's had a
Look at the Real fans. They're passing it from fan to fan down the line.
I'd take it home with me.
I don't think you're allowed. That's theft.
I'd stick it on my jacket.
I think they might go, "Are you pregnant, mate?"
Oh, yeah. Huge baby. Bayern coming forward now. They win and they pull back for a foul. Lima.
It just feels like Real have got this now. Momentum's on their side.
Every tackle, every clearance, every kick of the football gets a massive cheer.
Wow.
There's a yellow card shown to Thomas Tuchel.
I think he's berating the fourth official at every opportunity. He still is now. Card won't deter him. It should.
Yeah.
But at this stage, with nothing to lose, he's going to point fingers and shout in the fourth official's face.
Tuchel takes the card. 2 minutes to go at least.
Lima.
Ooh. But I don't see this game. I don't think it's going to end as it is now.
Yeah. The atmosphere does look phenomenal tonight.
Oh,
Makes a nice change. Look, last night was the much better game, but the Parc des Princes is a bit crap.
Yeah,
So much
especially
space
losing.
between the game and the fans, and I don't know, it's not. The atmosphere isn't the same as the Signal Iduna or the Allianz or the Bernabeu. It's the problem when you're new money. They don't know what it's like to be successful. Dortmund fans are incredibly passionate, but PSGs are all glory hunters. Chupomoting. Not all of them, to be fair, but a lot of them will be casuals. Mazraoui, well, that's closer to going out for a throw than a goal kick, and it hasn't gone out for either.
No.
Davies tries to keep it alive. Real win it back, and now they'll come forwards. Hosselu picks it up on the edge of his own area. Rudiger clears it away. And Vinicius Jr. will give chase here. Dyer wins the header. De Ligt, Dyer. It's a game of headers now as they knock it around away from Vinicius. Kim Min-jae. Pavlovic. This is a case of Bayern going defensive too early today.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they brought on Kim Min-jae in like the 50, no, straight after the goal, really, wasn't it? Just I don't know.
No,
But yeah, got it wrong today.
No, they brought on Davies straight after the goal. Oh, no, they brought on Davies early.
Yeah.
I don't think Kim Min-jae was that early, was he?
Yeah, it's like quite soon after the goal.
76th minute.
When was the goal scored?
So 68th. Almost 10 minutes in there. But yeah, fair enough.
Offside there. And that, I think it's going to be it once Bellingham gets his
And they went
feet.
Choupo-Moting and Muller.
Dino, that's why I lose
But yeah.
the game.
And now Real's turn to go defensive. Eder Militao on for Jude
But I
Bellingham.
think that's going to be it anyway. We're over the 9 minutes.
That's another
now.
thing. We talk about Real this season. They've not had Militao.
No.
They've not had Militao all season. They've not had. Obviously, they'll have Mbappe next year. Endrick. Ridiculous.
Going to be time soon then. Any minute now.
And well, this is textbook Real Madrid
Yeah.
against the odds. When they look dead and buried, they
For the
fought.
match.
I'll say,
Got to be Hosselu.
yeah.
Came on, scored a double.
I'd have said Neuer
refused to
until that
elaborate.
error.
Look at him. Throw himself around.
Yeah. Anyone who used to play for Stoke,
Yeah. And
scoring twice the Champions League semi-final, wins my vote.
Yeah.
Also, the game's gone on so long now, we don't have a
Yeah.
timer here anymore,
Right.
so Harry will count for you. Gary says, seems I arrived just in time for the action. It might have jinxed Bayern. Thanks for the stream, says Zachary. No worries, Zachary. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Bit of a private stream for you until Gary turned up, and we've had a couple of viewers in the last 10 minutes, but yeah, appreciate your support, Zachary, because if not, we would have been talking to a camera and no one on the other end. But yeah, thank you. 2 minutes says Marciniak, or he's flipping off all of the Real fans. I'm not sure.
From?
Well, there has been a lot of stopping in this additional time period.
I'm glad he's communicating that though. It's quite nice actually. Rather than just it being
Yeah.
ambiguous time, we know.
Well, we don't know. Maybe he's just flipping everyone off.
Hang on.
What's he going to do for this 1 minute? Just a bit, way.
Having a go at everyone. Oh dear.
But yeah.
Ooh, still time. But you feel like Bayern have just run out of steam and they've conceded a corner.
No, they haven't. Neuer's done well there.
Yeah, it's
Saved it from going out for a corner.
down to a minute to play now.
Bayern free kick. I think Real are in the Champions League final.
Maybe.
Again.
Maybe. Never say
What
never.
a story it could be,
Champions
though, if Dortmund did win it. Diaz.
Just gonna run to the corner. Why is he looking up?
Darting
Run to
down
corner,
the
mate.
line. And he's kicked out for a goal kick. I think he's trying to win a corner there.
Yeah, I think you should have just ran to the corner.
But yeah, player of the match. Hosselu. Anyone in chat got any suggestions for player of the match that aren't Hosselu? If so, don't put them in there because they're wrong. Hosselu's the player of the match. He was incredible. My boy. Big respect. No idea how he's here.
I don't know.
But well done. He deserves it.
Bayern still come forward here.
Joshua Kimmich.
No.
Good tackle on the edge. Now Vinicius
Get it
is
gone,
coming
mate.
forward.
Get it gone, mate.
You're just going to dribble around him,
Just
Vinicius.
smack it. Just put it on the
And they've
ground.
lost it.
What's he doing? Why has he not just hoofed it out of play?
Hoofed out the Bernabeu.
Yeah. Ball long.
The Carters have put the roof
What's going on? Lights
It's in!
offside.
Oh my god, it's offside
Oh
call.
my god.
Real have
Well, they're
almost
gonna
thrown it
check it.
away.
They're going to check it.
I like how Real just saying nah. I can't.
Hang on.
It's tight. It is tight. Oh my god. No.
No.
Bayern are furious. There's no lengthy VAR check for this one. Martinez going to have to go over to the sideline here and get the Bayern coach off the pitch. They're livid. They are livid. They want them to at least go to the VAR. They want them to at least go and review it.
Well, I mean, this is frankly ridiculous.
Another yellow card for a coach.
Just end the game, Marciniak. And I think he has.
Bayern are furious.
He's
Mazraoui
not offside.
is not offside.
And they haven't checked it.
He heads. It doesn't even come off him, does it? Comes off Mendy.
Yeah, but the ball's still played to him.
Okay. De Ligt scores
I think that's a dodgy
what
one.
should have been a perfectly good goal.
Oh, that is bad.
No VAR check, at least that we could see.
That is bad. That's really bad.
Bayern furious. How on earth?
That's really bad. That's a perfect goal. That's a perfectly good goal. There's nothing wrong with that goal.
In the Champions League semi-final, how has that happened?
104 minutes in, and that's been ruled off. Well, I never.
Wow.
And he's still playing. He's still, I don't know what he's waiting for.
There we go. Full time, Real Madrid are Champions League finalists, but not without controversy. An incredible comeback from Joselu, but will it be overshadowed by that late decision from Marciniak? Bayern scored what looked like a perfectly good goal. VAR failed to check it seemingly. Poor communication or plain incompetence. But either way, Bayern will feel like they've been robbed here. What a result for Real Madrid, but bitter disappointment for Bayern, who battled hard across 200 minutes of football, across the two legs.
Yeah.
Heartache, heartbreak.
Yeah.
Well, Borussia Dortmund will play Jude Bellingham will play his former side of Borussia Dortmund in the final.
What a game.
What a game that will be, but the ending there's absolutely ruined it. That's weird. Anyway, we'll be back soon because we are Madrid. Yeah, seemingly. Guys, I think Bayern are right to be furious. It looked like the defender was the one who headed the ball. But Mazraoui still looked onside there. There was no VAR check.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Either way, we will be back on the final day, I think, now. Because we were going to stream. We're not got anything planned this weekend. There's one game, but it clashes massively with the Women's FA Cup final. We won't be live on Tuesday anymore. Because, again, we've got a schedule clash. And so, yeah, Premier League final day. Join us there. In the meantime, go and check out today's video now. Now that we've finished streaming, you can go check out today's video where we speak about our Chelsea good now. Pochettino, new tactics, Cucurella's new role. The video title probably needs to change because not enough people have watched it. So go click something that looks like that. It's a great video, I assure you. But that is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.